In this episode of TFX TV, I'm going to walk you through a detailed tutorial on how you can make your very own lens mount for your iPhone. Also, I'll show you how to get rid of vignetting from your footage using Adobe After Effects and Adobe Premiere Pro. It's time for TFX TV. Let's plug in. Hey everybody, this is Aaron Anderson with TFX TV. On our last episode, I showed you the results of using wide angle and telephoto lenses on your iPhone. Well, on this episode, I'm going to show you a detailed tutorial on how you can make your own lens mount. It's really cheap and easy. Let's stop wasting time and jump right in. Okay, so first I sized up the lens mount, making sure it fits, and it doesn't, so I had to Dremel off a little piece of plastic from the clip part, as you see me doing here. I got the Dremel on medium and I'm just cutting that off. Now I am changing out the bit to a sander so I can round off the edges of the plastic I just cut. So that's what I'm doing right here. Sanding it down, making sure it's nice and smooth. Now we do another test fit, seeing if it matches up, and it does, but we have a problem. We have the hole that I did on my other tutorial on the iPhone tripod mount. The hole isn't big enough, so I took the Dremel again and started making the hole bigger so our lens mount will fit. I'm Dremeling it here. And what you want to do is go really, don't take a lot off, take a little bit at a time because you want this lens mount to fit in nice and tight. And I just keep going back and forth, taking a little more each time. And right here you can hear it, a nice click, and it fits nice and tight. Here's some close-up shots. As you can see, it's like a perfect fit. Nice and tight. There's the front here. It looks good. A little bit of the side. See how it's like completely flat against the OtterBox case? That's what you want. There's the back. So now it's time to glue the pieces together. What I did first was I took the Dremel and just started scuffing and roughing up the edges of, or the back of the lens mount. That way it'll have more, the glue will have something more to hold on to. And then I took the OtterBox and I did the same thing. Just went around and scuffed up the back of it. Made it nice and rough. Now for another test fit before you glue everything together. Looks good. Now I took, this is glue I'm using is Loctite super glue. It's the gel kind of super glue. That way it just doesn't run all over the place. And here I am adding it to the back of the OtterBox. And also put it on the inside lip there of that the hole. That way you got a lot of surface area glued together. Go ahead and snap your lens mount into place. Make sure you don't glue your fingers together. There we are. Now make sure the glue is all dry. Once it's dry, you can go ahead and attach your lens to the new lens mount. Make sure everything fits. A cheap, easy, quick iPhone lens mount. Okay, there you guys go. A really simple and quick way to make your own iPhone lens mount. And since we're speaking about lenses, and on our last episode I spoke about some lenses causing vignetting, the dark edges you get on your video, now I'm going to show you a very simple way how to get rid of the vignetting. I'm going to be using After Effects and Premiere Pro. Now if you're using another editing system, I'm sure like Sony Vegas and others out there do the same kind of thing, but that's what I have, so that's what I'm going to show you. So let's dig right in and show you how to do it. Okay, so here we are in Adobe After Effects. We're going to run through this really quick. To bring in a file, you go ahead in the project panel and double click. And I have this water video that I took. It's residing on my desktop, so I click on water, click on open. Now what you want to do is go ahead and new composition, and I'm going to make this composition 1280 by 720 at 23.976 frames per second. We can make this a little smaller here. Let's just go 12 seconds. Then we want to take our footage, go ahead and drag it into that new comp. Now what you're seeing here is the composition is 720 and the actual footage is 1080, which is much larger than our composition. What I always do is I always film in the highest quality that the camera will allow me, and most of the time that's 1080. And then what I usually do is I edit inside of a 720 timeline or composition so that I can manipulate the 1080 footage without disturbing the quality. Because it's bigger, you can see we can go right click, transform, fit to comp. So now we just took our 1080 and we fit it inside a 720 composition, which doesn't degrade the quality in any way. If we click on our footage down here and click on S for scale, we see we're at 66% of the size of the original footage. So this will allow me to zoom up to 100% and not lose quality. So you can see the vignetting here. If we let's shorten that real quick. If we play the footage here, we got this nice little water shot, but it's ruined because I was using a telephoto lens on my iPhone, and we have the nasty vignetting here. So in order to fix that really quick, we just click on here, click on the footage, click on scale, and now all we have to do is zoom up just until the vignetting's gone. And now you see we're playing back the footage, no more vignetting, and we didn't degrade the quality because we're working with a 1080 piece of footage inside 720. So that's a really easy way to get rid of your vignetting inside Adobe After Effects. Now we're going to head on over to Premiere Pro. Click on New Project. We can save this to the desktop for now. Click OK. We can go with digital SLR footage. And remember, we wanted in a 720 comp. I filmed it at 24 frames per second here. Click on OK. Now over here in the project panel, double click. Click on that water that was on the desktop. And then what we do is we drag it down here. And what we can do is right click on the footage. Go up here, to motion. And here's the scale. It's at 100%, so if we scale it down, we are at there. Now we're at 720, and just like over in After Effects, to get rid of the vignetting, all you got to do is just scale up till it's just out of the view there of the vignetting, and there you go. And now if we just do a RAM preview, the vignetting is all gone.